Hi everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto show. Oh, just realised what had in the background there. Welcome back to another CYT-Crypto show. My name's Stephen Aitchison. Today we'll be going over the markets as usual, looking at the markets, what's happening with Bitcoin price, what's happening with the alts as well. We'll be doing kind of all that as usual, looking at kind of a couple of news stories as well. But I just kind of changed what I was going to talk about. So I was going to talk about resistance to change and why Bitcoin and why cryptocurrencies have not been kind of totally accepted yet across the world, and why a lot of people don't know about it. So it's the 7 barriers to change I was going to talk about. Then I kind of had another thought about what to talk about, and I might go with that. I don't know what I'm going to talk about yet, so I don't know quite how it's going to go today. So it's going to be a wee bit different from today. We'll still look at the markets and that. So yeah, it's going to be a wee bit different today because I've noticed a lot of apathy in the markets just now. A lot of people are just apathetic about the markets at the moment. They're either walking away, they've lost interest. There's a lot of disinterest in crypto just now, and the altcoins. Obviously, the altcoins are not going up. There's no excitement there like there was before. And a lot of people are just walking away and just becoming Bitcoin maximalists and just saying, okay, I'm just going to invest in Bitcoin and I'll just wait it out. I'll wait for the next 3, 4, 5 years or something, and just walking away. And I see a lot of YouTubers as well. A lot of YouTubers are just kind of walking away. They're not doing the videos anymore, or they're nowhere near as many videos as there used to be about crypto. I'm still doing it every weekday. I've always done that. But even I'm starting to think, what do I talk about? Is it boring to talk about the same old kind of thing all the time? And that's me. And I love kind of crypto. I love trading crypto. But there's just that kind of apathy there because all the alts are going down. Bitcoin is just up and down all the time. There's no rhyme and reason to it. There's you can't trade it on the charts. Well, it's difficult to trade on the charts. Obviously, you can trade it on the charts, but it's difficult. So I don't quite know what I'm going to talk about today, but I think it's going to be something important. I just don't know what it is. Okay, on that note, I'm going to see if anybody's in just now. There's 24 people watching, so I'll just jump over to the chat area just now. As I said, if you're in the chat area, just now, just jump on. Let me know where you're from. Just leave a comment. Just let me know where you're from in the world. It's always good to know where people are from, and just to say hello if you've not said hello before. James, Oklahoma, one of our brilliant admins, is in the house. Welcome to you. Good to see you, James. Stephen King is in, Debbie C is in the house, Mac Paulin is in, Marcus Jafari, Barbara Taylor, Kriska Moo is back with us, Mitch Dieter, Honest Crypto Journey, David Schwartz. Be nice to see some profit action with the alts while BTC consolidates. It would be, and I think that's where the apathy is. Axel is in the house, Kim O'Brien, one of our brown admins, is with us as well. Good to see you back. Michael Jones, Mike D, another brown admin as well. Got 3 admins in the house, that's good to see. Andreas is in, Kev T is in, and Vin is in this morning as well. So good to see you all here. Okay, we'll look at the markets first of all. In fact, I'll just go to this because I forgot to do this. View all. I'll go to 10k and that should be ready for us after we finish this. Okay, overall we have a market cap of 264 billion. We've got Bitcoin dominance going back up slightly to 68.9%. Bitcoin itself 10,182 aggregated price across the board. Kind of biggest winner is MaidSafe coin. So I don't know if they've had some news out, but that's up 23%, and it's the only one in double-digit greens this morning. V Systems is up, Nexo, Ravencoin, Stellar, Icon, Synthetics, Lisk, Maker, all up as well, but not by much at all. And it's only about 15% in the green, just in the green, and the top 100. Who's the biggest losers? ABBC, Tomo. Tomo had a big rise yesterday as well, so not surprising it's down a wee bit. GX Chain, Wax, Beam, Hypercash, Grisha, Bitcoin, Algorand, Metaverse, all down as well. Have a look in BTC value or Satoshi value. It changes there. It's not that much change actually. Okay, now we'll have a look at all the cryptocurrencies listed. We now have 2,493 cryptocurrencies listed on CoinMarketCap. Who's the biggest winners over the last 24 hours? We have Bird Chain. Bird Chain, never heard of it. It's up 249% on 12,000 volume, not that much. Stacks is up 224%, 135,000 volume, market cap of 14 million. Agrolot on 21,000 volume, up 95%, market cap's 101,000. That's something we would look at if we were kind of checking this ourselves. We'd take the time to look at that. MGC up 90%, no market cap, so no point looking at that. LQO, never heard of that, 2.3 million. So what we're doing here obviously is still looking for hidden gems. Over the week, who's done well over the week? Star Chain, we've seen that yesterday, up 329%. Stacks, Swace, Birdchain, TouchCon, Blockport, still up. Just want to hold, but I thought they were kind of more or less dead and buried. But it seems they're still moving. One Chain up 116%, that's one of the bigger ones that's up as well. No Coin up 126% in the week. 11 million market cap. Okay, we'll look at this one. Agrolot, 100,000 market cap. Just went up just now. The volume is just really kind of low. I know it went up 167,000 in the volume markets. What markets is it in? BTC Alpha. Never heard of it. Down 99%. Social. Yeah, dead and buried, I think. They've not updated the social sites since September 2018, so that's just one that's just been overlooked, and it's still trading, but it's just a pump and dump coin, it looks like. Okay, go to crypto bubbles. We can see here, this is over the last hour. Daily, kind of more or less the same. Made Safe Coin is a big one there. Nexo, WAN, and BSYS over the last hour. Bitcoin Diamond has gone up 6.9%. WAN Chain is starting to move back up again. Tomo down 3.4%. As I said, that was up big time, so no surprise it's going down a wee bit. Nexo going down. Let's get rid of them. That's it just now for crypto bubbles. We've still not got the kind of Satoshi value in crypto bubbles. I hope they do that soon. We'll look at the Fear and Greed Index. We have 30 for Fear Index. So it's not extreme fear, but there's a lot of fear in the markets just now. At 30, that is quite low, but we had it as low as 5 a couple of days ago. So you can see here. Just go to 1 week. Yep, down at 5, 33. So it's kind of staying stable around about 30-ish mark over the last month. You can see there's been a big drop off, whereby we were greed at 66. We were getting greedy at 66 and it kind of went down from there as well. So it's always good to look at this, the Fear and Greed Index. Who else have we got in the house? We have Kukla is in with us. Good to see you here. Rendo Holland is in. KTV live show. What's your thought on XRP price at the end of this year? We'll take a look at that later on a wee bit. T-Mac, are you in the other dApps other than Wink? I'm not at the moment. Tony P, good morning to you. B is in the house. Crypto Cannabis, Mark Innes, good to see you here. G-Slick is in. Mitch Dieter, MFT making the odd move. Thought they were dead. Your opinion, please. I think MFT are... For me, they're dead when I kind of looked into them because I thought this could be really good, mainframe, but no, I just don't think. I just think MFT. I'll just have a quick look. Market cap is 10 million. Volume, still good volume. That's because it's on Binance just now, but I expect it to be not delisted. I just think it is going to get stopped trading. I don't know if that is the right volume. Is that the right volume for it? Let's go to volume on here. To MFT. 35. The volume's gone up actually over the last couple of days. Yeah, because the volume is really low. Not much volume at all, but it's kind of gone up over the last couple of days. So it might be due a pump. It might go up, but as a trading coin, I don't think as a project itself, I think it's more or less dead. For me anyway, that's my opinion, but I'm not sure. They maybe have new stuff coming out. I've not looked into it. So we need to look into that just to get a good picture. Honest Crypto Journey, 30 for watching, only 13 likes. Come on guys, Chris likes, thanks very much Stuart. We appreciate that mate. Okay, we'll just have a look at the Bitcoin price, then we'll kind of go on. Oh, it's down 10,141. I thought it was going back up again. So again, that's kind of going what I'm saying with what I was saying earlier on. We're just apathetic because of the kind of Bitcoin price is going up $500, coming down 500, going up 1,000, coming down 1,000. It's just not. It's not playing nicely at the moment. It's not. This is on the 1 hour. Just look on the 4 hourly chart. We're still in this symmetrical triangle. This is a smaller symmetrical triangle. We're coming down again, 10,138, but still playing well on the support line and the resistance line as well. But we're coming up to the end of that, towards the end of this month. So we've only got 3 days left. So it'll be interesting to see which way it goes for Bitcoin. At the moment, on the 4 hourly, it's breaking down. So it looks as if it's going to go down further. Kind of broke down at 10,600. So it looks as if it's going to go down further just now. Possibly break this resistance to go further down as well. 9,800 possibly. So I thought there was a wee bit of a spark in it when it was going up this morning, but it's starting to come back down again. So extremely unpredictable, and you can really only go by the short term kind of chart. Short term in a 15 minute down, crossover at 10,313. So you could have had a good 1.88% there. If you're 10x in it, that'd have been 18%. You'd still be in that trade as well. So yeah, it's just topsy-turvy for Bitcoin at the moment. I think that's where a lot of the apathy is coming as well. Because of that, because of Bitcoin and because of the alts as well. Not much happening in the alts kind of field just now. Lend is going up. That's on the 15 minute. We'll go up to 4 hours. Yeah, Lend has crossed over on the 4 hourly. At 33, it's now up to, did get up to 51. That'd been a good profit, 50%. So always opportunities in the markets, you just have to kind of look out for them. MFT just crossing over in the 4 hourly just now, so it might be a trading coin at the minute. I don't know if there's any news or not. I don't think there's any news that I've seen. Dusk is back up, but there's not that many you can see in the green here. Well, there's a lot in the green, but just very low percentages. Okay, what I was going to talk about this morning was what's going on kind of in the crypto markets just now. Why all this apathy? So I've been thinking about it as well. I've been thinking about the kind of psychology of money as well, about kind of trading here as well, and where we need to be in our minds with this trading. I've said before, talking about emotion, taking emotion out of trading. And a lot of us still can't do that. I still can't do it totally as well. And I've still not been able to master that as yet when I've been trading. So if I've been trading and I'm buying something like XRP, I become attached, or I became attached to it. So in my effort to take the emotion out of trading, I just sold kind of everything. I sold all my XRP, my Cardano, and took the emotion out of it and just said, okay, this is about money. This is not about the company. This is not about the project. This is not about what I believe. You have to kind of look at the charts and be kind of cold-hearted and say, okay, this is what it's about. It's about me and kind of money as well, and making money. So if I'm looking at making money, is there a point just now when I'm trading? I'm talking about trading here. Is there a point in keeping a hold of XRP when I could be trading and making money elsewhere? No, there's not. If I look at it from that logical point of view, there's no point. It's purely because I'm attached to XRP and I'm attached to its future outcome, or what I perceive to be the future outcome of XRP, and what they're saying, or what I'm thinking XRP is going to do. And I'm thinking it's going to explode. But should I be trading on that premise that I think it's going to explode? No, of course I shouldn't. I should be taking the emotion out of it and just looking at what's in front of me. When I went into Wink as well, when I went into Win token as well, I went in the wrong way as well. And I totally admit that, hold up my hands to that, because it was risky. It was a big risk. But I didn't even think from a logical point of view about the risk of going into Win as well. So putting kind of $14,000 into that. But and I'm making excuses here. I don't know if I'm making excuses. This is where I'm asking the questions of myself and my own trading style. So I looked at kind of when, and I kind of seen what I was doing, and I kind of looked at the actual website, wink.org, and looked at the dApps coming on board, look at the poker, look at the sports betting coming on. I think, okay, this is going to be kind of big for the future. It could be really big win. But then the fear comes in and saying, well, nobody's talking about it. If there's nobody else that's talking about it, why is nobody talking about it? I can't be the only one that's seen something with it. So you question that as well. So there's that emotion of the fear of losing money as well. So I put it into win, and I keep thinking, I might kind of lose all this because nobody's still talking about it, nobody's seen the potential of it. Am I the only one that's seen potential? Is there really potential there? And we go through this all the time. It's just in cycles, and this is why our emotions are so up and down in the crypto market just now. It's unbelievable how our emotions get tied into kind of our trades as well. When it would be good just to go, do you know what? I think this is going to be good. Here's the logical reasons why, and this is what I've done kind of with Win. Here's the logical reasons why. There's all these transactions going through kind of on Win just now. There's more dApps coming. There's a third announcement probably going to be made. I don't know when it's going to be made. Obviously, sports betting is coming out as well with the Win token. Thinking that could make it go up, but then you look at it and say, okay, there's going to be 10 billion dumped on the market from tomorrow, because they're going to get an airdrop of 10 billion, which is 1%. And when you look at all that and you make an informed decision without emotion, then you can be happy and just say, okay, I'm going to put my money into it, and you can walk away and just kind of watch. And I'm staking just now, Win just now, and it's gone up by, I don't know, 70,000 Win tokens on average every day, roughly about $10, $15, $20 per day. Sometimes it's $50, sometimes it's $10 per day. So I'm happy with that. When I took the emotion out of it, it totally changed things. I wasn't as really up and down with my emotions in the markets and kind of trading as well, because I'm not getting the trading money because I put it into Win. When I'm trading, it's totally different. So it's good from that point of view that we can recognize where the fears lie, where the excitement lies, and how we're trading as well, and why we should take the emotion out of trading, and why we need to look at things logically as well. And this is why I like the charts, because logically you can see if you've got a trading style, if you've got a strategy. So my strategy is a crossover strategy. I've kind of told you that loads of times. So you can take the emotion out of that. You can go into the Renko charts and take out the emotion as well, because you're just looking for the crossover and you're looking for the confirmation of the crossover. Once that happens, brilliant, you go in, put your 4 to 5% stop loss in. Once you get stopped out, you go, right, I'm stopped out, need to look for the next one. Sometimes if Bitcoin goes against you, you can get everything stopped out for the next 4 or 5 days or something, but we'll always come back, and the crossover strategy still works over the long term, and we've seen that. So if we can learn to take the emotion, and that's going to be the biggest thing, to take the emotion out of trading, take the emotion out of investing as well. So when we're investing in Bitcoin, when you're doing that, it's good just to walk away and not check it every single day. If that's all you're doing. If you're trading, obviously you need to kind of check it every day. You're looking at the charts, you're looking for the cross down, and you're looking for the crossovers and stuff like that as well. That's different. But if you're investing for the long term, it's not good to look at Bitcoin every single day. It's not good to listen to the news about Bitcoin every day that's going to crash to $1,000, or it's going to go up to $100,000. You just invest in it, safe in the knowledge that you just say, okay, I'm okay losing all this money that I've invested. So I'm okay losing $10,000, for example. Just saying, if I lose $10,000, I don't need to jump off a tall building, because it's not going to cripple me totally. Because you wouldn't put every single thing, you wouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. You just wouldn't do that. So if you can be okay with investing in Bitcoin and walking away and keeping some money for trading, brilliant. That is brilliant. And then when you're starting trading, if you can be okay losing everything all your trading money, then that's good as well. And that takes the emotion out of trading. And all you're doing is looking for a strategy and not jumping on the next big thing that you think somebody said is going to go up. look for a strategy when you're trading as well. Whatever strategy that is, it could be the crossover of the MACD, it could be using the RSI, or it could be a combination of lots of different factors. But have a strategy in mind as well. And when you're kind of winning or you're making profit on your trade as well, make sure you're moving the stop loss up as well. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people are just saying, okay, I'm just going for the 5%. And for a while I did think that was good, just to have a figure in mind, just to say, okay, that's the best way to do it. Have a figure in mind, say I'm going to take my profit at 10%, but you don't need to take it all out. What you can do is just move your stop loss up. So that way you're catching most of the ride up as well, if it does kind of go big, if this makes sense. So I was going to talk about the kind of the resistance to change. I'll do that another time. But I just wanted to look at it as a kind of the psychology of trading, part of the psychology of trading, and the money psychology as well. Because money is a big thing. We have money beliefs that just don't serve us at all, just don't serve us well at all. There's no point, well, there is a point, but there's no point denying it. We all have these kind of money beliefs that hold us back from actually getting money. And I've kind of seen it in my life as well. When I've made $500,000 seems to be my limit. When I hit $500,000, I sabotage it for whatever reason. I've done it in business, and when I reached $500,000 of sales per year, when I reached $500,000 in crypto, I kind of sabotaged it for some reason. That seems to be a ceiling. We've all got a belief ceiling with money as well. We'll have to think about that. What is your belief ceiling just now? So I want to ask you a question. I know I'm going on a bit just now, but I want to ask you a question just now. What do you think you can earn in crypto? Or what do you think you can make in crypto? So when you think about the figure, I want you to notice the feeling. I know this is kind of touchy-feely stuff, but I want you to notice the feeling in your body. I'm just going to jump over just now. So we can go over here. So we're going to do this exercise, and if you're watching kind of the replay, try this as well and let me know in the comments down below. But we're going to do this exercise just now, and it might not be what you're expecting today, but we're going to do it anyway. So what do you think you could get back in crypto? And I'm going to give you a series of numbers, and I want you to pay attention to the feeling in your body, whether that screams yes, no, or there's definitely not, there's no way I could get that. So do you think you could make $10,000 in crypto? With the money you've been investing and the money you've been trading in, do you think you could get to $10,000? That $10,000, pay attention to the feeling. It'll either be, hell yeah, definitely I could do that, no bother, that's fine. Some people just say, no, there's no way, 10,000. That might be your ceiling. So $10,000 we're going to start with. In fact, we'll start with $1,000. How does it feel? Do you think you could make $1,000 in crypto, investing and in trading? Do you think you could make $1,000? Pay attention to the feeling. If it's a hell yes, brilliant, we'll go up to the next number. If it's maybe, that is not your ceiling. Okay, so we're going to go on like that. So $1,000, $10,000. How does that feel when I say $10,000? Could you make $10,000 in crypto? I'm talking about over the space of 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is. Could you make $10,000? How does that feel? If it feels easy, then that is not your ceiling. If it feels maybe, it's still not your ceiling. That's not your belief ceiling in crypto. Okay, could you make $25,000? Do you think you could make up to $25,000 in crypto with your trading and investing? So when I'm talking about investing, I'm talking about when you've invested in Bitcoin, you might put it into kind of an account and just held it for the next 5 years or whatever. Do you think you could make $25,000? If you feel, yep, that's no problem, you're going to make 25, that's not your ceiling. If you feel, that's a bit of a stretch, but you're still not out your ceiling. If you feel, oh, no way, there's no way I could make $25,000, I just cannot see it, that is your ceiling. You've reached your ceiling. Okay, what about $50,000? How does that make you feel? What about $100,000? What about $250,000? Or what about $500,000? So just ask yourself these questions, or those kind of limits, and just see how you feel. $500,000 definitely is mine. That's my ceiling. Just now, I need to break that. That's what I need to break. So what we need to do in order to break that ceiling, in fact, I'll go back to the chat and just see what your ceiling is. Let me know what your ceiling is. So if you've asked yourself 1,000, 10,000, 25,000, 50,000, 100,000, 250, 250,000, 500,000. What is your ceiling just now? Be interesting to know what your ceiling is. Right, so let me know in the comments what your ceiling is. If you did that exercise and you kind of were thinking about it, let me know in the comments just now what your feeling is, or what your ceiling is. Your feeling of the ceiling. Let me know just now. Just wait in the comments just now. I know we're on a delay just now. 2 million keeps popping up in my mind. Is that your ceiling? So that's your ceiling. 2 million is your ceiling. Michael Jones saying 250,000. Good. You're good at 300k for Chris Camus. So when you think, so Michael, Tony, kind of Kriska, and 100k is my ceiling, say High Points Drifter. When you think of 25,000, you think, yeah, that would be easy. When you think of 50,000, you think, yeah, that would be relatively easy. It might be a bit of a stretch, but it's relatively easy. And then when you hit your ceiling, it's 100k, that's thinking, nah, no way, I don't think I could get it, but possibly I could get it, but I just don't think I'll get it. That's your ceiling. That's when you know you hit the ceiling. 25,000 for Kim O'Brien. G's like $1 million plus. Excellent. B, 5 million is my ceiling. Kukla, 1 million is your ceiling. Brilliant. So you've hit a ceiling there. So what we need to do, because a lot of us are going to be much lower than 1 million or 5 million or even 100,000. A lot of us are going to be much lower than that. So we have to let go of that. We have to let go of the feeling of that being the ceiling. So when you hit that ceiling, that's when you know you're not going to break through. You're just not going to do it. And I remember when I was in business, when I first started in business online in 2012, I thought, okay, if I can just make $25,000 for the year, I could give up my job if I was doing it part-time. So I made $25,000. But that year I made exactly $25,000 in my business. And then I thought, for the next year, I'm going to set my goals. I've set it for $50,000. Brilliant. If I could make $50,000, that'd be amazing. So I hit $50,000, near enough on the button. And then when I thought, okay, for the next year, what I'm going to do in 2014, 2015, I want to get 100,000. So again, I got up to $100,000 in sales. I just didn't quite break through. I got 101,000 or something. I just broke through it. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to go for it. Next year, I want $250,000 in sales. And I got $250,000 in sales. And that, every time I kind of pushed it up, every time I pushed the ceiling up, it kind of went up. I got to that ceiling in sales, and the number of sales I got to the ceiling, and I couldn't get past it. So we have definitely got ceilings in crypto, in our investing and our trading as well, and we have to get past those ceilings. So I want you to push that number out. And the way to do it, the way to push it, is, who's said 25,000? So Kim, you've said 25,000. I want you to imagine that you can get 250,000, 10 times that, $250,000 in crypto. You don't need to know how. You don't need to know the whys or the hows of it. You just imagine that you could get 250,000. So if you've got invested in something and it just goes parabolic, it goes up 1,000 times or something, and you've managed to get $250,000 worth in kind of crypto, and you sell it all and you've got $250,000. It's yours, it's there, it's in the bank. Now your mind is probably saying, that ain't going to happen. There's no way that is going to happen. But you don't need to know the how, but this is how we break the ceilings. You don't need to know the how and the whys of it, how it's going to work, but I need you to think about that and say, okay, I can get past that ceiling. I can get to $250,000. Now, once you do that, your mind stretches. Your mind stretches that kind of limit that you've set on your mind. So what you've done is you've set a limit in your head of 25,000, and you're not going to get past 25,000. If you do, you'll sabotage it in some way, and you'll lose it again. And that's what's going to happen. And that's what's happened to me, and I know this, and I know from speaking to so many other people as well. And this is kind of going into the personal development realm as well, but we'll have to think about this. So you've set that limit in your mind of $25,000. I want you to stretch it. Once you stretch it, that $25,000 just doesn't seem the same anymore. It doesn't seem like a ceiling anymore. So your ceiling automatically rises at the same time as well. So you have to stretch it, and by imagining you getting to $250,000 in crypto, in money, then you kind of you bring up your ceiling with it as well. So we put limits automatically in our minds for how much we can earn, how much we think we're worth. And it's nothing to do with our worth. It's nothing to do with our worth at all. And it creates an energy within us as well. If we only think we can only get $25,000, guess what? That's all we're only ever going to be able to get, $25,000. Some people said $1 million. Some people said 5 million. Brilliant. You need to break through that ceiling as well, and it could go higher, much higher than that as well. You're putting a limit on your own worth. That's what you're doing just now. And we need to break that if we're going to be trading, if we want to take the emotion out of trading as well. And investing at the same time. So it's just an exercise to do, and I didn't know I was going to talk about this until this morning, until literally 2 minutes before, but I think it's important to talk about it, about the kind of, because it all comes round to kind of psychology of trading, psychology of kind of the limiting beliefs of money as well, and it's a big thing that I was talking about, and I made the videos. I'm going to redo them actually because I've had more kind of things coming up as I've been doing kind of meditations and stuff like that. So I think this is really important to talk about. Not a lot of people are talking about it, so I don't know if it's going to be boring to some people, but hopefully it's useful in getting you to think about what you can actually earn in your life, not just with crypto. I'm talking about in your career. I'm talking about in what you want to do with your life as well. What's your purpose in life? Do you know what your purpose in life is? Do you know what your purpose in life is? Is it to go to a dead-end job that you hate? Probably not. But most people have the excuses of going to this dead end. Well, it pays the mortgage, pays the rent, it puts food on the table. But there's other things that you can be doing in the world that you'd really want to do, that you'd love to, that you're passionate about. This is what I'm passionate about, teaching online. Whatever it is, whether it be social media, whether it be personal development, whether it be writing a book, whether it be doing videos, whether it be crypto, doesn't matter. This is what I'm passionate about. I'm not lucky. I've followed kind of a dream that I've had for years and years. Managed to follow it, but I did it part-time first. I had to do it part-time and go through all that kind of process. What's your purpose? What's your purpose? Okay, I'm going to look at some. I know this is a crypto channel. If you've not seen this channel before, this is definitely a crypto channel. But we have to kind of look at that as well. I'm going to go to some of the comments just now. Mike D, with regard to belief systems and earning potential, people worry about losing it when they hit a level which holds people back from breaking their ceiling. There's also the imposter syndrome effect. Of course, I spoke about the imposter syndrome effect as well. And that is big as well, that imposter syndrome. I've had it myself. I still get it. Every time I come on, just before I come on live, I'm thinking, am I talking shite? Are people even going to be listening to what I'm saying? Are people, I get this imposter syndrome all the time. And I kind of told it to the admins a couple of weeks ago, and I just thought, you just start to doubt yourself and what you're kind of saying and what you're talking about as well. And if other people, should you be kind of teaching this as well? We all get that imposter syndrome. But we have to break the fear, like Mike is saying as well, we have to break that fear of losing the money. And the only way we can break that fear is to become comfortable with being poor. Which sounds counterintuitive, but if we're comfortable being poor, then we can be much more comfortable becoming rich. If that makes sense. So it's like the only way you can really live a truly fulfilling life is to become comfortable with death. If you can become comfortable with death and not bother about dying and possibly not look forward to it, but not fear it, and I mean totally not fear it, then you can get on with living your life. Living your true life, living your true potential, living what you were here to do, what you're put on this earth to do. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's a good point, Mike, as well. We have to be, we do worry about losing it as well. James Oklahoma is saying 25k. So try that exercise, James. Let me know how you go on with that. Vin, if we've got a big Bitcoin run up, obviously, and everything is possible. And so that's what you need to think about, because a lot of us think about, okay, how could that happen? So Kim, for example, James, for example, as well, your ceiling is 25,000, but you're probably asking the question, okay, if I push it to 50,000 or 100,000, how could that happen? I can't see how that's going to happen. You don't need to worry about the how. That's a good thing. You don't need to worry about the how. Let the universe take care of that. Let you kind of put your imagination on that 100,000, on pushing that ceiling even higher. That's all you need to do. You don't need to worry. When you turn on the electricity, did you kind of worry about how that happens? You don't, every time you turn a plug on or you turn the light switch on or something, you don't worry about the how of it. You just do it because you want light, or you want to listen to music, or you want to turn on your computer. And that's how we have to think about the money as well. Don't think about the how of it. Just think about where you want to go. Think about the end goal as well, what you have in mind, and think about the purpose of that end goal as well. Gary Permenta, wind back the clock to 2010, you can easily make it. Yeah, if it can happen from 2010 to now, then it can happen from 2019 to 2029. B, I don't trade anymore, I only store any money I make goes towards my retirement. If oil crashes tomorrow, so be it. I have other assets to cash in. Exactly. So having a basket, like we've got money in property, we've got it in pensions, we've got it in Bitcoin, we've not got it in stock markets and stuff. I don't like that, but we've got other assets as well. Mitch Dieter, changed my mind to 5 million. What was it before? 200 million. So you've changed it to 5 million. Gina saying, like one crushed. Kim O'Brien, very useful to me with the money consciousness. Yeah, I think money consciousness is a big thing. That's why I wanted to put it in a course as well. But I've done the kind of seven videos I've done on the money consciousness side. And I thought, I'm just going to scrap them and start again because of something better to say. So I'm going to have to start again. So I do apologise that that's not in yet. Jean, actually really liked that talk there, Stephen. Could do more of that. Oh, good. I'm good. A lot of people won't like it. I know, I understand that. But I think it's really important to talk about. Goldie Boy is in the house. Geez, like I'm starting a new business. I needed that rant. Thanks, Steve. My pleasure. Mike D, if you get back your original investment, then you can trade without fear of losing it. Yeah, that's where I am just now. That's where I am. I've taken out 200% of what I first put in, and I'm trading with what I put in just now. So there's no fear of losing it. If you can do that, that's fantastic. But we need to change that belief ceiling first as well. We all need to do that. Right, there's not much crypto talk going on. Can't remember. Big opportunity tomorrow, Steve. Vid token goes live, 1800 in KuCoin. Hopefully we'll hit 300% like Toko. Yeah, I've seen Vid. A lot of people are talking about Vid. Right. I was going to talk about this as well, but it doesn't feel right. Can I talk? I think I'm going to leave it there just now, actually. I think I'm going to leave it there for the moment. Just something for you to talk about. Debbie C, gave up the 9 to 5 in banking to do what I love. Excellent. Less money, but far happier. Love stories like that. Debbie, I'd love to talk to you about the book I'm doing as well. Yes, love stories like that. Mike D, good chat, Steve. Thank you very much, Mike. Yeah, I think what we've been talking about is something to think about. I don't want to go on to anything else. I want that to be fresh in your minds, kind of when we finish today. And if you're watching this on replay as well, let me know what you think. Let me know what your kind of belief or your limit is, your ceiling is for that. Kiskame, that was inspiring. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're liking it. I don't know if a lot of people will like it, but I think it's just really important to talk about this kind of stuff as well, because a lot of us, well, we're kind of losing money because of it, because of our psychology as well, and we don't understand, we don't realise it as well. A lot of us have got limiting beliefs from our past that have been passed down. They're not even our beliefs have been passed down from our parents, our peers, our teachers, wherever, media. So there's a lot of stuff like that going on. We need to kind of look at that and address it as well. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I was going to talk about loads of other stuff, but I'm not going to. I think it's good to just leave it there just now and let that marinate in your mind. And let me know what you think. Okay, until next time, namaste. Take care. Bye now.